We've been testing skis here at the SIGB on snow ski test in La Clusaz. It's January 2025. You can see all of our reviews, individual reviews on these skis in the Snow mag on YouTube. What we've done here though is pick our favourite Freeride skis of the week, and we're just going to run through why they're our favourites. Of course, if you want to see all that tech info and why we love these skis and all the technology behind them, go and see those individual reviews. But Sam,
oh my goodness,
tell us why.
Well, I mean, look, okay, so what conditions do we have? I mean, knee-deep powder, thigh-deep powder for the test. And so you couldn't get better conditions to test out Freeride skis. So I went with the Rossignol Sender Sole. It's 102. And the reason I went with this, Rossignol know how to make a great ski. And I guess from my perspective, it was about the feelings it gave me while I was skiing the powder. It made it really easy. I could change up my turn radius nicely, so do long, fast turns. I could do shorter swing turns. I could pressure the front of the ski. I could pressure the middle and the rear. You know, and it just didn't let me down at all. So I picked this based on feelings. We'll talk about the construction maybe in a bit, but that's why I picked the Rossignol. Great ski.
What about you, Elsa?
Yeah, so I went for the Black Diamond Women's Impulse 104. So, you know, that's pretty big underfoot, but it performed amazingly in the powder. And I think I've always gone for maybe like 96 underfoot when it comes to a Freeride ski, just because I want to then be able to ski on the piste. I want the bit of versatility that you can be like, right, but you know, most powder runs, you're going to end up on the piste, so you want to be able to have a bit of fun on there. And considering 104 underfoot, I could carve this. Okay, I am an ex-racer, doesn't matter, it was super easy to carve. And that's to do with a couple different things. So full poplar wood core, tip to tail, also got a Titanal plate tip to tail. So you think that's pretty stiff because it's got a full, really early rocker, as you can see, the bit that goes up on the tip and the tail. It makes it super light and super easy to turn and maneuver because it kind of makes the turning radius a little bit smaller. So you kind of have that versatility of being in the powder, choosing the turns you want, 104, and you can carve it, which is pretty impressive.
Well, that's one of the important things, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know, when the Freeride ski where you've got this rocker, you need to get home at the end of the day. So the fact that they're making skis that will make it down on the piste and make it down well on the piste,
I think that's the point, Sam. I mean, it's not just about getting home at the end of the day, is it? It's about getting home in style.
In style. And what did you go for then, Rob? You've got two pairs of skis
really
there.
Interestingly, your choices, I mean, I've also skied on the Impulse 104 this week and absolutely loved it. I mean, I could easily have got into my top two skis of the week. A brilliant ski for all the reasons why what you've said there, Elsa. The Sender Sole, I have skied on it before, not this week. I really like that ski. A lot of people will of course remember the Sol 7. For me, the Sender Sole was just a major step up from the Sol 7. It wasn't, I'll be honest, the Sol 7 wasn't my ski. It was a lot of people's ski, so I don't know why it wasn't mine. But the Sender Sole, yeah, for me, a proper Freeride ski. I've picked two different skis because I was a bit torn between them. I've got the Armada Stranger here, which I never skied before. I didn't really know a lot about before this week. And then I've also got the QST 100, Salomon QST 100, which I own a pair, a few years old now. It's a 99 version, a 99 underfoot version. So, you know, a ski I was very familiar with and a ski that I'm completely unfamiliar with. And I loved absolutely both of them this week. If we start with the Armada Stranger, it was developed for park skiers that wanted to then sort of take stuff off the piste and go all mountain after the park. I've never skied park, you know, I'm not a park skier. I don't need that part of the ski. But, you know, just all over the mountain, it was phenomenal. It just rode the powder really nicely, but you got it on piste and tipped it over onto its edge, and it gripped and it turned, and it was just playful, really playful. Big rocker on the tip, you know, it's got a tail rocker as well. It's 100 underfoot, but, you know, it didn't feel like 100 underfoot when I skied on piste on it. It felt like 100 underfoot in the powder because I was just floating around. We did have very good conditions for that. Yeah. QST, exactly the same width underfoot. You know, this is one of the most versatile skis on the market. It just seems to perform everywhere. It's fun on piste. The same with my old 99. You know, you just cruise around on piste. has a brilliant edge grip. And then in the powder, it's just a nice floaty ski. It's very, very easy to turn. It's just one of the easiest Freeride skis to turn on the market. It's got that big rocker now at the front. But I try and ski mine lengths a little bit bigger with these Freeride skis with the rockers, because you can.
Yeah.
But, and that size on piste now with the rocker doesn't make any difference. It feels like you're skiing a short ski, right?
Yeah.
But you get it into the powder and you've got that length that you need in the powder to kind of keep that float up. You know, you don't want to ski that's too short because it's just going to dive in. So get that length. Don't worry about the length too much. That's what I think. So just brilliantly accessible ski with the QST. A real surprise for me with Stranger. I could just, you know what? I could just own that ski forever and just ski around on it.
Well, I also tested out the QSTs. I think those exact ones actually, and I had so much fun on them. So I couldn't agree more with them. Super versatile, super easy, playful. You can carve them. Yeah. So when I saw Rob carrying them out, I was like, well, I get it. I know why you picked them. And a funny thing about my Black Diamonds is when I was getting them out, one of the younger guys said, he was like, just ski like a hooligan and you'll love them. And I thought, I'll give that a go, and that's true. If you're a hooligan lover and you kind of like straight line it, take some bumps, take some jumps, it's a really super fun ski for that type of skiing.
Yeah.
And talking construction, right? So those have got full metal core. This I know is a poplar wood core, and it's actually got a titanal plate that's just really under the bindings. You know, a variety of different constructions in these skis.
Yeah.
I found, you know, I love metal, but I actually found these skis were brilliant without it in the tip and tail.
Yeah. And I think that's why Rossignol, why the Sol 7 did so well, but why this, if you look at the dimensions of the Sender Sol, they are different. It's got a different cut to it. And I think that it's a massive improvement. That's just my personal opinion. A massive improvement on piste. It's much more, it carves a turn much, much nicer on piste. And off piste, it's just, it's a little bit less pivoty, right? But I think you know, a lot of skiers don't want that pivot. If you want a pivoty ski, go and get a freestyle freeride ski.
Well, it certainly is. It's a great ski. And last year, my freeride ski of the season was the Scott C. But this year, for me, this pipped it.
Yeah, well, that's it then. There's our 2025-2026 favourite freeride skis from January 25 here in La Clusaz. We skied a lot of freeride skis this week. We've had amazing conditions. We've been able to properly put them to their test here. We've had powder, we've had chopped up snow, we've had ice, we've had everything you can imagine. And so fantastic testing conditions for freeride skis.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to find a bad ski these days.
Yeah.
Don't think I skied on a ski that wasn't fantastic. So it was really quite tough choosing the best.
It's really hard choosing the best. Check out our reviews because of all the individual skis. We have reviewed them all. I was torn of what freeride skis I was going to choose for my favourites. I've skied on incredible like Faction, like the Black Diamond, Castle, Armada, you know, these Elan, the Ripsticks, you know, all of them I've had a brilliant time on. Certainly, you know, not, but I mean, these two did stand out for me a little bit.
I guess also when picking your favourites, you also have to think, what type of skier are you going to be trying to pick a favourite for? You're going for intermediate, where a lot of people are looking to buy skis, or more advanced, and kind of having that mindset. Because I think these, to be honest, I think you could be a good intermediate skier and it could take you all the way to advanced, and you'd really enjoy it because they're really easy and accessible. And even though 104, it might seem like, oof, big width on the foot, but I can promise you, this, as an intermediate skier going into advanced, would take you all over the piece really nicely. So with your skis, what kind of accessibility level would you?
Well, I actually think that you know, it's quite a good all-round skier. Yeah, as you say, an intermediate would get a lot out of this, an advanced skier, and I certainly got a lot out of it myself. I have to say though, I think Elsa, your graphics look really cool, really on point on that ski. It's a great looking ski.
Yeah, it is.
It is a great looking ski.
That wins my top sheet of the test. Definitely.
I'll take that.
And I would say, obviously, if you're going to look at buying a freeride ski, you're going to be of a certain level, aren't you? You know, you want to head off piste. You want to, whether you're starting that journey or you're an expert off piste rider, you know, you're going to be at a certain level of skiing. And I would say the QST, again, a bit like the Black Diamond and all of these skis, maybe perhaps not the Armada Stranger, maybe that needs a little bit more of a a more aggressive, experienced freeride skier. But you know, super accessible. Don't be afraid to get on a freeride ski. Even go and try one out, you know, before you buy one. Go and try a freeride ski, because you will be surprised how well they ski and how nice they are. If you like carving your turns on the piece, just try them out. It'll give you a bit of confidence. And actually you might think, you know what, I could take that off the sides and give it a go.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they want a one ski solution. And the beauty of, you know, nowadays, you can actually rent great freeride skis, give them a go, find out what they're about, and then make that decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's it from us in Le Clusaz, picking out our favourite freeride skis, as we've had the most perfect conditions to put them to the test.